What's going on, guys? I'm E and this is SimplyPut Scents. On this channel, I entertain you while I discuss fragrances you know about, fragrances you ought to know about, and simply put, I hope you smell your best while saving you time and money. So do hit up that subscribe button because I do this weekly and I love what I do. So in this video, I wanted to discuss with you guys a FragCom topic. I know I haven't done one of these in a while, but I thought with all the drama going on now in the fragrance community, I figured this would be a great opportunity to discuss one of them. The most popular fragrance influencer on YouTube, Jeremy Fragrance, decided to start his own Patreon account. Some people were very supportive of the idea and some not so much. He recently quit his job to do YouTube full-time, and that has many people questioning why is he asking for money if he quit his job. They point to the lavish places he goes or to the amount of money his watches or his suits cost. So basically, some people feel like Jeremy is taking advantage of his subs and others feel like there's nothing wrong with what he's doing. Jeremy has like this image of a guy who really lives comfortably. But then I started to think, like, so what? What if Jeremy was a multi-millionaire? Like, really? Does it matter? Does it matter to me when Jay-Z, a man worth close to $1 billion, comes out with a new album and asks me to support it? No. I either buy it or I don't. When he says go cop that album, I don't start questioning his motives or count his money. I don't start thinking Jay-Z wants me to support his rap hobby and his billionaire lifestyle. And I definitely wouldn't tweet to him to sell his $500,000 watch when he asked me to buy his new single. I just either buy it or not. For that matter, I don't question why any celebrity who at one point quit their job to pursue their dreams would want me to further support them financially once they've already made it. None of us think that way about our favorite entertainers off YouTube, regardless of their wealth. I think a lot of people have missed YouTube's evolution over the last few years. It's not the same platform that Tron guy and the what in the dude made famous a few years ago. YouTubers are taking YouTube much more seriously with better production, better presentation, and they're just stepping up their game. Every YouTube community had a reaction to their sector of YouTube becoming more commercial. The fragrance community, though, is very late to this debate, but it's also good that this debate is happening, in my opinion. But I can't lie to you guys, the reaction that people in the fragrance community have to YouTube's commercialization is kind of baffling, though. Because like I've watched a few Game of Thrones like live casts on YouTube after like an episode or something like that, and those live casts generate thousands of dollars in donations just for talking about a Game of Thrones episode when the episode finished airing. Yeah. And people are actually mad about the option to support fragrance YouTube channels in the fragrance community. It's absolutely amazing. Some people in the fragrance community just have a different mentality on these matters, and that's okay because I feel like all of this is like a growing pain, you know? The fragrance community is growing, and with growth comes opportunities, and with opportunities comes some backlash at times. You could disagree about the shift of things, but to be angry about them though, But the reality is that YouTube is watched more than any network on television on earth. And here's the thing when it comes to Jeremy, like to a lot of his subs, he has made their social lives better, and more than anything, he's helped to improve their confidence in themselves. And to some of them, $1 a month tip is worth that. Are they stupid for supporting him? Okay, let's ask that same question, but with different people involved. Are people stupid for supporting the businesses or celebrities that provide value to their lives, regardless how successful those businesses and celebrities are? Not at all. But he's Jeremy Fragrance, right? He doesn't need no one's support. But you know what's funny? Neither does Tom Cruise. And a lot of people still sat through that whack mummy movie. Am I comparing Jeremy Fragrance and YouTubers to Tom Cruise? Like, yeah, in a way I am. At the end of the day, we all are entertaining our audiences one way or another through video. The only difference between what YouTubers offer and what Tom Cruise offers is Tom Cruise's content is seen by more people than most YouTubers. He has a multi-million-dollar budget backing his production, along with dozens of skilled people to help him. I think the main difference in why we perceive movie or TV personalities different from YouTubers is because we pay to access what an actor does or an actress does. So their content automatically has more value to a lot of people. I mean, that's just human nature. We tend to value things based on what it costs, and YouTube is currently free.
But YouTubers need to get a real job though.
Those of us who do videos on YouTube make the choice to. None of us have to do videos here. But that doesn't take away from the fact that a lot of effort is involved in every successful video you see on this platform. It takes a lot of preparation, lots of research, redos, editing skills, filming skills, lighting know-how, the proper equipment, and the ability to use it all the right way. Not to mention, you have to be constantly educating yourself on better ways to do things. Also, try to be as original as possible, have some personality, discipline, and consistency. There are people out here who are putting as many hours into YouTube as they do their full-time jobs. And again, we don't have to invest that much time into YouTube, and the time we put into it isn't your responsibility. But when people say that doing YouTube isn't real work, I totally disagree. Because channels that have quality content have creators that put in that work. So I come to think about it like this. If you have an issue with a YouTuber asking his or her supporters to voluntarily support them in exchange for something extra in return, you simply just don't like that YouTuber.
They're piles of demonic, diseased crud!
Just admit it. If you're angry at a YouTuber, that's your right to feel that way though. I mean, no judgments at all, dudes, like, or ladies, no judgments. But if your issue is the idea of giving money to a YouTuber for what they do, just ask yourself, do you have an issue with tipping your cab driver or the waiter or the waitress or your bartender? People who do those jobs don't have to do them either, though some of them would probably disagree with that. But since they do, the public shows them courtesy by tipping them for a job well done. Bartenders, in my opinion, they get compensated a lot better than most YouTubers who do top-notch work. And all you're getting from them is a watered down drink. Just playing, but not playing. Nah, but tip your bartenders though, seriously. But you get my point, it's all about perspective. I mean, I could really be mad at the Lifetime Network because my money goes to a channel I would never watch. But I have no choice in the matter, that's part of the package that I pay for. At least with Patreon, I get to decide who I want to support, and I could do so for the entire year for half the cost of one movie ticket. The entire year. I don't think Jeremy's supporters are gonna go hungry. Nah, I don't think so at all. Which brings me to my last point, benefits of Patreon to the fragrance community. As with everything in life, there are pros and cons. Some of you have already heard why Patreon is a bad thing, so let me kind of like give you reasons why it might not be such a bad thing. Some say the YouTube fragrance community is becoming all about money, and I feel like that's like a misstatement. YouTube is about money, not YouTubers. Most of us are about you, our subs, and our content, because most of us spend a lot more money on our channels than we make from our channels, by a lot. But I think few of you realize that YouTube forces us YouTubers to do videos that are considered popular, or our channels will get hurt otherwise. Some of you might wonder why a lot of us only discuss fragrances that are popular or use certain video formulas. Well, it's because if we don't, YouTube buries our content and eventually our channels. Now you know. When we do videos of obscure fragrances, our subs mysteriously won't get notified when we upload videos, or the video just doesn't get recommended and few people see it. Patreon might be a great thing for our community because I feel like that extra support from you guys might make it easier to do videos about scents we think you ought to know about, instead of like feeling like we have to do another Aventus video to get you guys to notice us or for YouTube to prioritize our video. Some may hate that YouTubers want to grow, but if you're not trying to progress in what you're doing, you know, you gotta question why you're doing it at all. So what does Patreon mean, guys? To me, Patreon means creative freedom. The ability to discuss any fragrance without concern for what it'll do to your channel. Patreon means that videos made for adults won't have to be created for a Disney audience. Patreon means a more motivated YouTuber and more consistent content. Patreon means the ability to improve content quality or hire outside help to enhance content. Patreon means the ability to cover a wider range of fragrances. Patreon means being able to offer more to a channel's main supporters, whether that be through decants, personal advice, free bottles, merch, or one-on-one time. Patreon also means channel growth. So guys, at the end of the day, is Patreon a bad thing? Is it really that bad? To me, guys, it's just as bad as tipping the guy who gave you a haircut or the woman who did your hair. It's just as bad as buying your favorite celeb's new cologne or new perfume. It's just as bad as buying Diddy's vodka or Dr. Dre's headphones, or bad as buying your favorite chef's cookbook. All of which are voluntary, and none of which I think is a stupid thing to do if you like those people and what they provide. Now, if you don't like those people or their products or services, I'd say you shouldn't support them. But to be upset that the option exists to support YouTubers is, I feel like it's very inconsistent with how we handle similar situations off YouTube. I believe many YouTubers have earned the tip of 3.3 cents a day or $1 a month most of them ask for on Patreon. And that also includes Jeremy Fragrance. Definitely the man has earned his supporters' support. Now, in case you're wondering, this video won't end with me announcing my Patreon account. No, guys, I haven't decided whether I want to do it or not, you know, to be honest with you, but you know, I can definitely say that whether I start a Patreon or not, I will continue to do videos because, again, I really do love what I do. Making money isn't my reason for doing this. I haven't cashed one YouTube check since I started my channel.
He ain't lying.
I have a genuine passion for fragrances, and after like 1.5 years of writing a lot of reviews on Fragrantica, I decided to like go for it and start my own channel. But since some people I know suggest that I should go for it and start a Patreon account, I figured I would ask for more opinions. I mean, after all, this channel is about you guys too, so if you think it's a bad idea, I won't do it. But if you think it's okay to have another option to support this channel, I'll do it. I want your opinion, guys. You can let me know what I should do in the comment section. If you think I should do a Patreon, type 1. If you think I shouldn't, type 2. And let me know why. And feel free to like be as honest as you feel like being. You guys are my frag family, so no hard feelings whether you feel one way or another. But just rest assured though that if I had a Patreon, money provided would go back into growing this channel, improving the content I create, and of course back to those of you who would support it. So what do you think about this subject? What do you think about Patreon and the fragrance community? Is Patreon bad for the fragrance YouTube community? Or is it just a natural evolution for content creators on YouTube? Let me know what you think. I'm really curious. What do you think about the points I made in this video? And don't forget, 1 for E, go for it, or 2 for not E, chill with all that. Anyway, thank you so much guys for watching. I really appreciate your time. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't to Simply Put Scents. I would of course appreciate your support. And like this video if you feel like it. Dislike it if you feel like it also. I'm really interested though in your feedback, my friends. So let me know what's up. I'm E, and this is Simply Put Scents. And I'm Simply O-U-T. Peace. Carlos has always inspired me to consider certain fragrances. So when I came to his house and I noticed, like, you know, the amazing, like, hundreds and hundreds of fragrances that,
stop
like,
exaggerating,
I haven't smelled yet, I figured let's do a top 4 fragrances that I really want to try because of my man Carlos from Brooklyn Fragrance Level.